It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.
Sway in the morning, 36 minutes to the hour. We're in the middle of our concert series. We have the legendary Dougie Fresh is hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
We were just talking about the Get Fresh crew, where it all began for Dougie. And since then, he's just been nonstop. I remember a quick story. I might have told you this, Dougie. I was in the Bay Area. My partner, King Tech, and I were looking for, we were making music, and we wanted to sign a record deal. Mm-hmm. And, you know, being from the West Coast, it was hard to get signed, but there was this record label called Daniel Records that had an office in Walnut Creek, California.
Right.
And it was a guy by the name of David Lucchese who owned Daniel Records, I assumed,
right,
at the time. And we had a local hit going. And David Lucchese approached us about signing to Daniel. And the only reason why we looked at that company was because of Dougie Fresh.
Wow.
Which is interesting until we looked at that contract he tried to give us.
Yeah. You got to look at that.
And then we just ran for the hills. I mean,
because Lucchese was also, I mean, he put the L there, but it was really Fugazi. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
He's going to try to put the game on you and stuff. But, you know, with Lucchese, I got to say that at the time he was one of the best promotional men in the game. But to be honest with you, let me give you a piece of history with that. Jerry Bloodrock, who was from WHBI back in the days in New York City when hip-hop was starting off, was the guy who really listened to the record, The Show, and Lottie Dottie, and then he took it to David Lucchese, and he joined the partnership, and the label originally, before it was Daniel Records, was Reality Records.
Reality Records, yeah.
And then what happened is he figured some way out of how to finagle Jerry Bloodrock out of the deal. And then after that deal fell apart, he changed it to Dania, and Dania is his daughter's name. He has two beautiful daughters. You know, I can't say nothing. It's like they wind up becoming like family to me. You know what I mean? And the love is there. So, but, I mean, at the time, he was the guy that, you know, gave us a shot. And when I went in there, I wound up owning the masters, because I produced the record before I went in there, so I owned the master and I shared the master ownership with them, but I walked away with the ownership of the masters and 100% of the publishing. So Lucchese taught me well.
Yeah, he taught you by
so
they throw you in the pit of the fire. You got to figure out how not to get burnt.
Right.
He tried to give me a deal that taught me well too.
Right.
At that time, and we were like, you know, teenagers at that time. Those lessons, you know, there's different music business now.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.